I always said straight hand first, then bent. Okay, so what is happening is, hold on. If bad guy's gonna punch, he bends his arm and punches, right? So that's 1, 2. Well, Taika said, you're always gonna lose if you wait for him to count to 1 first, because he's already ready to go. So he would say this is 1. Now when he cocks that arm, that's 2. And he would throw both those hands out straight. So he didn't lose a count by bending his arm. Kind of make sense? All right, and so, again, that motion, you see my hands are going like this. It's like I've got water on my hands and I'm trying to fling the water off my hands. That's how you get speed. So I'm pin and float, I see motion, and I go straight up, left hand, because I went left, goes towards the shoulder, right goes towards the belly, which also covers your groin. From that point on, it's a windmill. You know how we all do double blocks like this? Taika made us do double blocks like this. Yeah, yeah, got some funny looks there. So let's just talk about that real quick and then we'll get into the. So if Taika was out here and he did this motion, he could do a double block and another double block and be into an arm bar. If he did a double block and he pulled his hand back and starts punching with the other hand, he just continues doing double blocks until he gets something, right? He may get an arm bar on this one, he may get an arm bar on that one. It may go right up into his neck or zygomatic or whatever. But that's how he got real fast. So, for a basic drill, just a few times, roll your right foot in, kind of float your left a little bit, and then launch yourself by pushing your right foot and throwing both hands out. All right? So you want to make sure both hands go straight. 165 is the average bend, 165 degrees if you're just standing there natural. I've got, do you got Coach's Eye?
No, I did not yet.
There's an app on my phone and we'll use it to film somebody and then see what their average bend is in their arm. It's usually about 165, somewhere in that ballpark. Your goal is to not bend more than about 5 degrees as I launch. And you do that by flinging the water. If you don't fling the water off your fingertips, then you're gonna bend, and that's a 1 count, that's a 2 count. Make sense? All right, so we pin, float, fling. All right, and think about that bottom hand. It should be coming up to cover your groin. Ready? Pin, float, fling. Pin, float, fling. I want to be at the normal, you know, where somebody's gonna come up and get rude with you or whatever, right? So I'm here, I pin, float, I see that motion, I go this way. Now my left hand's on top. All I'm gonna do is drive that down, and I'm going right up into Nahanchi shoulder. Right? That's all I'm doing. Is I was facing that direction, and I turned and just let my hand carriage over. And it doesn't matter if I go this way or this way, just however it lands. And again, I'm here. As I go up, I want my elbow to pass his elbow, and I'm in that position. Class 1 lever means I don't push in the center. It means I lift on this end. If I just push on the center, he's going to power up and lift me off the ground. But if I kind of do the chicken dance, anybody been to a wedding lately? Yes. If I lift my arm up, I've made my fulcrum, my teeter-totter, and I lift the arm up. Make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna add something to what we've already done. We're gonna get here, pin and float, and we're gonna do this motion. And we're gonna drop them and then immediately pass over. So I've got his shoulder and I've got his head pressed up against. He doesn't need that. Right? And so from there, and we're not gonna go all the way down, but I want you to feel that, put your radial bone in the side of his head. But what I would actually do is come,
oh my God,
Kusanku it. If any of you have Kusanku in your form, in your list of forms. So again, I pin and float, I'm here. And the second I didn't go all the way there because he started to bend with just a little bit of pressure, and I just came straight over. And I can go there. If he doesn't, just turn a little bit so your camera can see. If he doesn't have a lot of neck real estate, you can, what was that? You can go across his ear up here into the cheekbone. And it's the radial bone that's going across there, all right? First time we're gonna do this, he's punching right and I'm going here and I'm doing a double this time. Now his left hand's gonna come and I'm just gonna throw up another double. And then I turn and I put up another double, all right? So once again, here I put up this double, then there's another double. And now I'm still gonna go clockwise, but my hips change, and see my elbow goes right into him, and then I do, I don't know, what was that, fourth double? I lost track at this point. But it's, the motion is I'm going here, I do a double, and then, oh, here comes another hand. So I do a double, 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 whatever. Now, on that note, when I go here and do this motion, just bring the hand out to about here. I could catch it with this double, or I may have gone faster and ended up with this double. All right, so the timing of it, I'm gonna end up either here or I'm gonna end up here. Doesn't matter. If I've got my right hand up, I just carriage it down and I'm into an arm bar. If I've got the left hand up, I just carriage it down and I'm into an arm bar. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So that was Tyke's philosophy. He just went left and kept doing doubles until he either got a neck strike, a face strike, an arm bar, or shoulder lock, or whatever. That's how he looked so fast. He just did this motion over and over again until he got something, until he found the right tool to use. You know, like your car's making funny noises, you don't know which tool you're gonna use until you lift the hood, right? And then you see, you know, the terminal wire on the battery's loose. So you grab an ugly crescent wrench because you got nothing else in your toolbox or whatever, you know. But you get the idea. You gotta just have your toolbox there, and that's what Tyke likened this to. I'm just going clockwise until I reach something. All right, let's try that.
All right, let's do it.
Why Tyke, this windmills were so important to Tyke? Think about this, like, everybody remember doing the shuttle run as a kid in 7th grade or something like that? When you do a double, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, what's happening is you're accelerating, you're decelerating, you stop. You're accelerating, you're decelerating, you stop. So that slows you down. If you continue going clockwise, there's no deceleration, there's no stop, right? So every time somebody comes out and does a double block and then tries to go the other way, you're having to stop and go the other way. There's that whole braking, stopping, accelerating. And so he looked really fast because he's just going clockwise, clockwise. These are just going clockwise. Nice, efficient, and fast.